Welcome to another video where I tell you to do what you love. No, I'm kidding. Well, only partly. But the topic of this video is actually about going the extra mile. Because I've observed that most of us, do the bare minimum in life. And because most of us do the bare minimum in life, we get the bare minimum from life. And the thing is that most people see going the extra mile, so obviously that's the opposite of doing the bare minimum. Most people see going the extra mile as grinding, but actually, funnily enough, I am going to be making a case against grinding, which may or may not surprise you. And let me explain. Let me just tell you a quick story just to give you some context. So yesterday I was filming, as I have been today, and I came out here just for like 4 shots, I think, just a few shots, but I had fun. Anyway, so yesterday I was filming and I took a shot, and this specific shot, by the way, is one where it's basically a good few shots in one. Because I first sat at the front, and then while it was still recording, I went to a different position, and then later on to a different position, so that later on all that can be masked together into one single shot. But basically it was a long shot. Jeez, my hair's... I was wearing a helmet today for my shot, so that's probably why. For one of the shots. And yeah, so basically it was a lot of work because it took me many tries to get right. And then finally, when I got it right and I was really happy with it, I went away to film a different shot and then realized I forgot a single head movement, which is basically just like that. And it seems silly to you right now, but that's just because when I edit this together, it will connect, because at the end of one shot I start moving my head like this, and in the next one I will finish, and it makes it a cleaner, more seamless transition. And I also say the word instead in them both at the same time, and I will make it really clean, so yeah, it should look nice. And this is inspired by skymography, by the way. Shout out to you, my man. And yeah, so the point is that I forgot that single head movement. And so what I did is I went back and shot that whole entire long, really long shot all over again. And I actually think it may have taken me a couple tries again, but either way, I went and shot it again. And the thing here is that I wasn't grinding. I went back and did all that. I went the extra mile because excellence is one of my values. But it wasn't grinding because I just simply love my work. And so the point here, the lesson, is that when we align ourselves with work that's true to us, that we love, that we're great at, great work comes naturally, and we naturally want to produce great work. We don't have to grind. And there's a saying that I've heard before from, I think it's from Hormozi. He said, if you want to be exceptional, you have to be an exception. And the way you can be an exception is by doing what's true to you, so that you naturally feel attracted to doing great work. And here's the thing, most people nowadays believe that if they feel like they can't do great work or work hard, they think it's because they're lazy. But the thing is that none of us are lazy, because if our ancestors were lazy, then, well, they would have died out and we wouldn't be alive. So none of us are lazy. Instead, it's just simply that we lack self-knowledge. So basically, we lack the self-knowledge. A bee buzzing away. We don't know ourselves well enough so as to align ourselves with work that actually energizes us, and so makes us not appear lazy and inert. And morning. And yes, I think there was something else I wanted to touch on, but I'm gonna leave it here because I prefer to make this concise and just make this point come across. Because once again, when you align yourself with what you truly actually love to do, you feel naturally attracted to your work. And actually, I remember there was one thing I was going to say, which is that many people favor grinding. They think it's the right thing to do. And I say this, by the way, because I myself got trapped in hustle culture and was grinding and grinding. But the thing is that grinding by definition implies friction. And if you imagine your car's gears as an analogy, if they're grinding, there's a lot of friction there, which means your engine is potentially losing half of its power. It's having to work twice as hard for the same result. And this is why we feel lazy and exhausted and drained all the time, because we're just not doing the right things. We're grinding. We're not playing. And this is something that I got from Naval Ravikant, which I really love. He said, find what looks like work to others but feels like play to you. And I believe that's the key to doing great work and to being exceptional. So, my friend, with that, go out and do incredible things and become exceptional. Be an exception. I believe in you. Until next time, be mega. Ciao.